Okay, Mickey, back here at the Incora County Ground derby and back with red ball cricket, another big game in Division 2 coming up.
Another massive game for us. Traditional rivals, Nottinghamshire, but also for us, it's where we sit in the table at the moment. The table is very bunched. Another win can potentially put us up to second, so we need to bring our best game again tomorrow. Boys have been outstanding through the summer so far, but it just, every game just ramps up and ramps up and ramps up. So tomorrow, another really important one for us.
And obviously you went straight off the back of a T20 quarter-final at Taunton, straight back on the road all the way up to Durham.
Yeah.
That was a very hard-fought contest, wasn't it?
It was a very hard-fought contest. I was very proud of how the guys stood up. For me, that was really important, that we just didn't, after the disappointment of Saturday in Taunton, it was really important that we stood up and put in a really good performance, and I was very proud of the performance the boys put in, because arguably on the last day we were the only team that could win it. So that impressed me, in attitude and will to keep getting better, and B, in terms of some of the performances that we got was outstanding.
And you mentioned the outstanding performances there, none more so than Leas Deploy with back-to-back centuries, and he's going to captain the side tomorrow against Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, first of all, in the back-to-back centuries, it was great that he stood up and then went and did it again, which was very, very pleasing. And yes, he gets an opportunity to captain against Nottinghamshire tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how he goes about his business.
And Harry Kane comes in with the captain Billy Godderman stepping aside for this fixture. Just want to give us some thoughts behind that? Yeah,
look, I think there's no harder try in the game than Bill, and Billy's worked exceptionally hard at his game. He just hasn't got the results at the moment. So it was right that we gave a young guy the back of 80 and 100 in the twos an opportunity to show us what he can do tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how Harry Kane goes tomorrow. I think he'll be fine. It'll be good to see, but also we've got a program that we're working to get Billy back up to where he needs to be, because we value Billy so highly at the club, and we value his batsmanship. So it's in our interest as well to get him ready for the rest of the season that lies ahead.
And looking to the opponents, it's quite tight in Division 2 at the moment. Notts do have that slight lead at the top, but then second through to about sixth is very, very close. They're obviously a very good team, but I take it you're going out there with the expectations that Derbyshire can go out there and win this game. Yeah,
look, we always go out with those expectations. If we don't rock up and expect to win, well, then we might as well not rock up. So we've been very specific again in our planning. Some good preparation. Yesterday, with being Sunday, we had a really good preparation day. That was our big day. Today, we just topped the boys up, got them ready for what's going to be a grueling 4 days. But one I'm really looking forward to, because I want to see us stand up against Notts, who the table toppers, and we put in a really good performance again. And as I say, that puts us right in the hunt for a top 2 finish.
And just a quick note on the conditions: we're outside at the Incora County Ground at the minute. It's still very warm. It's going to be very warm again tomorrow. But this is all about high performance sport. And what is it that you've been saying to your players and the coaches have been saying going into tomorrow?
Yeah, this is it. You know, this is what you play for. There's an England Lions tour, I think, to Sri Lanka this year. If you think this is hot, wait until you see what Sri Lanka is going to dish up for you. So our boys have to be able to handle the conditions. It's part of the nuance of the game. Hopefully win the toss and bat, but you know, you never know. But just as long as we play, I always say to the boys, first over, first hour, first session, first day. That sets the game up. You tick all those boxes, you get yourself in the box seats, and the opposition plays under pressure.
And noting that you mentioned the topping up training session this morning, the intensity was so high and the morale amongst the players seemed so high. Is that something that you've noticed has really built this season, that energy amongst the players?
Without a doubt, and yeah, it's one of our non-negotiables. When we're on the training ground, we train at an intensity that we're playing at, and again, credit to the boys, because they've brought that every time we've come into training. So you know, we always say you train good habits. You know, if you train and your training's good and your habits are good, you end up playing better cricket, and that's what we're all about here at the county of choice.
And just talking about playing better cricket, just lastly from me, the likes of Wayne Madsen this year has been a stalwart of Derbyshire, possibly or arguably the greatest player of the 21st century for the club. He's just kicked on another level this year. Have you been noticing that amongst the squad, these players just eking out more and more?
Yeah, and 100%. Firstly, on Wayne. Well, Wayne's been superb. He's taken on challenge. He sits on 875 first-class runs going into the game tomorrow. That's a phenomenal achievement. Hopefully he gets 1,000 this game, which is a great achievement for him. So he's been monumental. But it's not only the runs he scored; it's the match-winning innings he's played through both formats. So he's been wonderful. But I've also liked seeing everybody else stand up. Brooke Guest has scored 300s now. Anuj Dal has 200s and a 90. Leas Deploy has 200s and some 50s. So every guy, Lewis Reese has got 50s. He's got a 70. He's kind of done it. And one can't forget Sean Masood at the top of the order, 1,024 runs this year. So I'm really comfortable where we sit as a batting unit. Everybody has stood up, and that's even Tomo at number 8. That's from number 1 to 8. Watty at number 9 got a first-class 50. Batting, we've got enough runs. Our batters have stood up, and everybody at some point in the season has contributed positively for us, which is great.